Hi guys. Okay, so once again, I'm so lazy to do like a full proper YouTube video on this. So I'm just gonna do it here. And yeah, we have like a lot of stuff to go through. I'm gonna read about like 8 pages of this book. All I have to say is this book is really good. It starts with like government like based things, and then it's really goes over to like channeling and all kinds of ETs and all kinds of other life forms, like the second half of the book, which I really love to read about, obviously. I mean, if you know me, you know that I love to read about that. And so this one's called Making Contact by Steinfeld. And so I'm going to read a couple pages that I think are like the best, especially if you're like a non-believer, or if you even like call yourself that. Like, I'm telling you, there's no way that all of this stuff is like made up. There's so much validity and credibility with tons of other sources and references. It's just like there's like no way that it's like, you know, like fake. Like, I don't know how to say it, but it's just like I fully believe in this. So if you don't fully believe in it, don't watch the video, or just watch the video so maybe it'll help you get an open mind. I don't know. I just saw like an orb flying. Okay, so what I'm going to read to you is in a, what is the word? It's going to like alter your DNA. I guess you can say it like that. There's another word I was going to say. Okay. So this is from the chapter Awakening to Our Cosmic Heritage. This is from page 265, and I think I'm going to read up to 270. So, Zach lives in the United States, and at just 16 years old, he shared with me that he understood himself to be a hybrid human. He explained to me an overall hybridization of humanity. And this is what he said. I like the term the new human. I think that title fits very well because we are going into something that is new for us. Crystal, indigo, or rainbow child does not describe the person, only the person's expression of self. The indigo child has the warrior personality to break down a system that is wrong and needs to change. The crystalline child has the aura of love and peace, the healer, the medium bringing in the sight. I think that's me. Crystalline child. The rainbow child has the energy of the creator, leader, kingship personality. They are all vibrationally different. Those who call themselves these labels are just resonating to those frequencies of those attributes and not staying with the status quo. Animals as well are changing too, personality-wise. Animals are evolving as we are. Hybrids are also a part of that new human archetype we are evolving into. There are scalar imprinted memories of all the other beings our DNA has passed through, and because we contain that information, we can express it in the new human template. We can express it in the hybrid form, or indigo, etc. They are all interconnected, but you can perceive them as different as you wish to. And then that's the end quote for that, for Zach. Now it's back to the author. When I found Marina, just 16, living in Spain, she shared that she woke up to her hybrid nature when she was 13 years old. She stated that she was aware of different grades of human hybrids she calls starseeds. She explained to me there are 2 levels to human DNA in the starseed, i.e. the DNA from human parents and the metaphysical soul genetics blended together expresses the ET higher frequency. A starseed is awakened to their multidimensional self, or true essence of unconditional love, and reconnects to its star origins. They have extra ET genetics, as when my mother was pregnant, they genetically altered me with their DNA so I connect more to my star origins. Okay, now we're on to someone else. Amanda, a former hostess from Brazil, also shared her deep connection to a wonderfully supportive non-human feline species. Doesn't say it here in the book, but I'm thinking it's the Lyrans they're talking about. Okay. She acknowledged they have been with her and supporting her all through her life. She also encountered her hybrid feline daughters on spacecraft and felt her 6-year-old human daughter was also a hybrid. Strangely, my husband a few days later woke me up one morning and told me he knew our daughter was a hybrid. He saw her in an out-of-body state as a mantis being. My husband said he just knew it was her. My daughter has 6 toes on her right foot and seems immune to viruses and disease. She never gets cold or fevers. If she shows any symptoms, she recovers quickly and she can do healing. Sometimes she just places her hands where it hurts and the pain just stops. So it definitely sounds like a crystalline child. Okay, so another person now. Another child, Eli, 9 years old, explained to me that his past life origin was on the planet Orion. He worked as a light physicist on time travel technologies. This is what he said. I know a totally different math. Before I came here, I was doing light physics and I changed light, used light, and made things out of light. I need to go to a different school because even in my special group, I am more different. I am supposed to be different because I learn more. I learn differently than they do. I know I am from a different star, a different planet, and a different universe. I know I am a star child. I know more science and math than we have here. I know how to build a portal, and I know how to teleport. Okay, so I think this next paragraph is somewhat different. Okay, so end quote. Now this is the author speaking. It has been so compelling to hear how many of the new generations of human children are born with conscious access to their past life origins and knowledge similar to those of Eli. What is also fascinating are the pre-birth recalls. Hayden, at 7 years old, told me about the pivotal moment he incarnated into human form. And this is what he said. He said, before I came to Earth, I was just a will-o-wisp spirit angel form. I programmed my life on Earth and decided on my star mission. Then I found myself in my mom's tummy. My home star planet is called Elba. I have traveled to the moon in another life and I can go to the 9th dimension. End quote. Now it's back to the author. These children's connection to the non-human intelligences and their frequent references to their special friends assist them with downloads of information and higher frequencies. Like 10-year-old Matthew, who was a musical child and sharing an experience with a non-human being who, he told me, assisted him to channel music frequencies with a specific purpose to alter or activate DNA. He also described an experience on board a spacecraft where he felt his own DNA being shifted. And this is what's his name? This is what Matthew said. He said, they seemed to be good. The being was short, light gray, big head, small slit for a mouth, and big black eyes. I was lifted up to the ceiling and blacked out. I woke up in a dome-shaped ship to see the beings around a control panel type desk where they were communicating in another language telepathically, which I could hear. I focused in on the control panel, hearing sounds which I felt was altering my DNA. Okay, so, end quote. Now it's back to the author. Following this experience, Matthew had the urge to play on the piano what he called songs, one of which he told his mother was to be called Decoding the Human DNA. 4 more of these songs were completed within 3 days. The last song, song number 6, was named Arrival and was recorded 2 weeks prior to his onboard contact experience. Matthew's mother stated at no time did Matthew practice the songs, he just knew what they were and spontaneously produced them. It is remarkable to note that when these songs are heard by others, they can have a profound effect. Another example that these children are so connected to their star lineages comes from hearing some of them speak in their curious light or star languages. 9-year-old John from Australia speaks in these non-word frequencies to his mother. What is more amazing is that his mother responds back with the same light language that sounds as if it is the same tongue. She said that she doesn't understand what she is saying to him. However, her son does know what he is conveying to her. John also speaks of his soul origins. This is what John says. How do I connect to my real home? I use my spiritual mind. Some people in my spiritual home do not exist anymore, but I can still connect through spirit. So I talk to them through spirit. I do not talk through human as I do to another person, like, hello, how are you? I speak through my mind. I speak my spiritual language, light language. I say it through my soul. It's through my mind and soul mixed together. I can talk to other souls exactly like mine. That is how I connect to my real home. And then I love this quote right here. This is part of what John is saying. Write this down. This is so good. Okay. This is what he says. He says, let me rephrase it. Say it again. I can talk to other souls exactly like mine. That is how I connect to my real home. Earth is not my home. I do have a home here, but I also have a home where I really belong. That's how I connect to my home. I can see with my eyes closed. I can see through other people. Okay, 2 more paragraphs. So, this is, okay, end quote. This is back to the author writing. The cosmic agenda from multiple species of non-human intelligences appears to be complex and all-encompassing. Although some souls have come directly from other planetary origins, some adults, along with children, recall their soul origins may be from other dimensions. Not all of these individuals incarnate at birth. There are what is called walk-in souls. And if you follow my channel, you know that we talk about this from the Dolores Cannon books. Walk-in souls, sometimes referred to as soul swap. This is a phenomenon where a walk-in soul has incarnated in a human body previously inhabited by a different soul from birth. They understand the first soul of that human body container agreed at a soul level to vacate at some point in their human life to allow another soul to take over that human biological container. This is usually because they believe it is part of their soul mission to help with the awakening of human consciousness. This scenario occurred in the case of Kaza, a mother of 4. She understands she's a walk-in soul, which occurred after multiple near-death experiences. She feels that her soul is from the 13th dimension and believes that the previous soul relinquished the body and allowed her soul to inhabit it. This occurred to allow her consciousness to assist with the evolutionary shift in humanity. Kaza explained to me that as a 13th dimensional intelligence, she was just a light form, without name or physical body. She stated that the place of 13th dimension is full of compassion. She has chosen to come into human form to help teach and heal humanity, and coming in as a walk-in soul, she can help more efficiently. I figured this was because she can skip over all those years of childhood development where we have to learn the rules of society. So yeah, she definitely oh my god, there's actually more that I want to talk about. Should I talk about these? Yeah. So yeah, lucky soul. She was able to, not lucky, but like, you know what I mean. She was able to like skip the entire like childhood process, and she was able to just start at that age, like whatever age she was. Hold on. Yeah, I should read this one. Okay. Okay, there's actually more that I want to read, but I wanted to drink some water first, but that's okay. Okay, I'm not going to read all this pre-context stuff, but Jimmy Jones is the name of the military pilot, former military pilot, who said this. This is what he said. So, he had like a scenario with a UFO. It was like a blue orb. Okay, so this is what happened. He says this. When I asked the blue orb, "Are you all light?" the orb communicated, "Yes." Then the light poured into my mind and I understood we are now in the Aquarian age. I understood Hindu cycles of time as... I understood Hindu cycles of time are correct. I understood God is literally light and has appeared in all cultures throughout endless cycles of time. I understood the world is eternal and has always existed. I understood why all ancient cultures worship the sun and oriented their temple complexes with Orion. I understood what we see on Earth is the remnants of countless cycles. Light is consciousness. The world is a fractal of light. DNA upgrades are via light. I now know what Tesla knew. I felt like someone had saturated every molecule of my being with pure love, as if I could not handle any more love within my vessel. Absolute ecstasy, nirvana, no words can do it justice. Even to this day, I cry tears of joy when I think about it. It told me that I go to the highest heaven. Imagine it left me in a state of residue where I am always connected, where I see light everywhere, even when my eyes are closed in a state of a walking dream. Strange things have continually occurred since that event, such as lights flickering, bells ringing, and tornadoes of physical orbs appearing in our home. Okay. Okay, I can read this too. Okay, so now it's back to the author. Hence, the assistance from our cosmic cousins is both physical and interdimensional. A cosmic agenda suggests multidimensional strategies in preparing the human race for a global shift. Each soul contract has decided when they will wake up to their greater Earth mission. Every person has their own unique awakening process. Some will involve DNA manipulation, frequencies via art, music, symbols, star languages, downloads, or even direct contact. Whatever is needed to assist in the soul mission and their role as planetary agent can also involve visits to spacecraft and or out-of-body travel. Sometimes this can bring in levels of multidimensional education on board craft or even journeys to other planets. 16-year-old Marina recalls, and this is her quote, "In one experience, I was in a spacecraft with other starseeds, children, and teens of all different ages. It was like a classroom teaching consciousness, humanity, evolution, spiritual consciousness, physics, geometry, light. I remember being taught how to move objects with my mind. Even if we don't recall that information, it will remain in our subconscious until we need it, and it will come back to us. One time on the craft, they taught me quantum physics, but more about geometry and frequency, vibration, and mathematics." Okay, end quote. Amanda, a mother of 4 in Brazil, shared her experience with beings on another planet. And this is what she said. "In June 2019, the beings took me with other beings to a strange open field. They were guiding us. I knew all of them. I understood we were going to work together. I didn't see human, just different kinds of extraterrestrials. They talked about supporting Earth. I felt I already knew that I was part of them. Our mission was to help the children. I understood something was going to change soon." Amanda was clear that, end quote, Amanda was clear that she didn't feel separate from these beings, but one with them. The common goal is the Earth mission and its children. So, okay, I can skip this. Okay, last 2 pages. Okay, here it is. Okay, so the profound and stunning statements they can make as a young child are extremely compelling, as indicated by a long-term friend of mine named Mike Oram in the United Kingdom. In the 1950s, at just 4 years old, he shocked his mother by saying that she and his father were not his real parents. So this is what that 4-year-old kid said. Like, crazy. Okay, listen, this is what he said. Mom, you are my parents as far as bringing me onto this planet, but my real parents are in space. I pointed to the sky and said to my mother, I have come from somewhere out there. I continued by also telling her that something of great importance is going to happen on this earth. Not in your lifetime, but mine. It will affect all units of consciousness, whether they are mineral, vegetable, animal, or man. And it is to do with global consciousness, and that is why I am here at this time, to experience this change. The energy is heading this way, and the essence of that energy is light. The energy will repair our DNA. It will make us complete in who we really are. My mother never forgot that conversation. Okay, end quote. In my book, The New Human, I particularly focused on... okay, no, it's okay. Okay, skipping that. Kathy from Sweden, at 9 years old, shared that she is being taught by her extraterrestrial guides to be a teacher to her family and other adults. And this is what she said. My ET guides teach me different knowledge so I can teach adults to help humanity to awaken. Okay, end quote. These children not only have awareness of their role in bringing understanding and knowledge to this planet, they also know who we really are. As one 8-year-old said to her mother, Mom, we are the aliens. Okay, end quote. Mike's statement in the early 1950s was stunningly prophetic. Prophetic, not pathetic. I don't know if you heard that. The shift has already begun. We are all awakening to our cosmic ancestry. Once we have embraced our galactic origins and activate our full potential, we not only will we be able to transform this planet, we will return back to where we came from with the understanding and awareness. This will allow us to take our rightful place among the stars as cosmic citizens. As the late Sergeant Major Robert Dean stated after his time on the spacecraft, he said, On board the spacecraft, I was shown our future. We have power we haven't even dreamed of. Higher cultures have intervened and are assisting us to be transformed into another species. I have been shown the future, and it's glorious. So there you go. If you enjoyed that, and if you like content like that, I suggest you go read Making Contact by Alan Steinfeld. Super good, super entertaining. I loved it, and I definitely would recommend it to anybody. It's such a good book. It's basically essays from different credible sources, and yeah, especially if you're more like evidence-based or whatever. There's no pictures in here or anything like that, but whew, that was tiring. Okay, so hopefully that planted like a cool little seed in you, and you're that much closer to believing in UFOs. I mean, not believing in UFOs. Hopefully you're that much closer to knowing we are not the only intelligent life out there, because we're not. And I don't know what it is, but even before reading all this stuff, I knew we weren't. Like, I just know. I don't know how else to describe it. You can show me all the proof that there's no, like, life elsewhere, I still won't believe you. Like, you can try all you want. I know deep down that there is life out there that's intelligent and that's humanoid and similar to us. More advanced than us, definitely. If you don't want to believe it, just don't believe it. And that's your truth. That's not my truth. That can be your truth, but that's not my truth. So, have a great day or a great night wherever you're at, and share this to other people that love this kind of stuff. And I just like love to talk about this. Hopefully something shifted in you.